Ashe. Ashe and Grand Rising once again to you all, my very beautiful people. Yes, you my highly enriched melanin people, you the Earth's original and organic humans, aka my fellow Africans. It is I, the Mystic Philosopher. And yes, it is evident that I'm still here with you on this side of reality another time. And welcome back to the Mystic Peace, talking again on the 15 minutes with I, the Mystic Philosopher. And please forgive me, I'm sure this is going to go a little bit over 15 minutes this morning because, as you know, I've been missing for a few days, taking care of some business. And this one is, I'm starting to make up because I have enough material I can do 3 times a day. So I can't run out of true ticks. Anyway, so this is episode 69. And of course, the main topic of this series of talk. And again, should I say thanks to all those people who supported me over, you understand the circumstances, and who inquire of me as to why I'm not, why I was absent for a few days. Thanks for the inquiry. I appreciate all the the good wish, the well wishers, and you know the rest. I thank you all. Now, the main topic, of course, of this series of talks is stress on the mind. Or more correctly, the impact that this thing called stress has on the thing that we humans call mind. And that from I, the Mystic Philosopher's perspective, the solution of this to this problem, to this disease called stress can, or it may be found in and by understanding, and overstanding the want equation. Namely, want is equal to money, which is equal to stress, which is equal to unhappiness. And also by putting into practice the knowledge that can be gained from this profound equation. And the quote that I have been using and I'm using to make and illustrate my points is from the Adamic Race History book in accordance to the 23rd Psalm, verse 1. And I quote, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The emphasis placed on I shall not want, the commandment and the command. Now, in some of my previous episodes, I asked that you please meditate on the want equation. Want is equal to money, which is equal to stress, which is equal to unhappiness, and see what you can glean from it for yourself. See what you can learn and derive from it for yourself. In other words, evaluate it for yourself and see if it makes any sense to you personally. And if you can, and whatever makes sense, apply it. Right? Apply it. And see how you can benefit from it. If not, just disregard it. There's so many other things on the internet you can listen to. Okay? Now, who is the beast? As promised in the my last episode to address this topic. Who is the beast? What is the beast? And what is the mark of the beast? Very important questions. 3 very important questions. These are 3 questions that I'm frequently asked by some of my listeners, and especially those of my listeners that had the opportunity to have the opportunity and have also taken the time out to listen to one of my messages in songs. Remember, I'm not an entertainer, right? Messages in all of my songs. Listen to the message in songs. And that song was titled The Mark of the Beast by I, the Mystic Philosopher, and which is on one of my album that is titled Awake, Sleepy Souls, Awake. And in a brief, concise response to them, I did what I call a 15 to 16 minutes summary monologue on the aforementioned album, which is Awake, Sleepy Soul, Awake, and CD. I will also be using some of the material in this episode to answer these same questions as well. The fact is, and as the record has shown and will no doubt continue to show, that when it comes to the beast and the mark of the beast, nothing has changed and nothing will change. As the saying goes, a leopard cannot change its spots. And from my the Mystic Philosopher's perspective, evil is evil unto eternity. And a devil is a devil is a devil is a devil from now on to eternity. And it is what it is. And that is all that it is. At best, the beast and the mark of by extension, its marks. So the beast and its mark, and by extension, its marks can reform. And will only be reformed, but it cannot and it will not be changed. Another very important point that I must also make here is that when I, the Mystic Philosopher, sing, when I write and talk about the thing, the entity that I perceive to be a beast, the beast, I intend, or my intentions are, that you please understand, understand, and overstand that I do not do so from any religious theological doctrine or any religious ideological interpretation or on behalf of any religion and religious philosophy or any political ideology for that matter. For example, I am not in any sense of the word or by action or deeds a member of the Adamic race and races. I am not a Christian or a Christian wannabe, and neither am I trying to interpret and preach to you, my melanin people, their gospel in accordance with Revelation 14 in their book, The Adamic Race History and Holy Book, Revelation chapter 14, as written in the Adamic Race History and Holy Book. No, I'm not. For your information, and as I have mentioned elsewhere before, that due to circumstances beyond my current control, I'm only using some of the writings and quotes from the Adamic Race History and Holy Book, aka the Christian Holy Bible, just as how I am using this one of the Adamic races language, aka the English language, the purpose of which is to communicate. But we'll talk more about that at another time. And so, the unique ideas and perspectives, thoughts, insights, the unique ideas and provocative thoughts, insights, and perspectives, etc., that I share about the beast and will share about the beast and its marks and its marks, by extension marks, are simply mine. They are mine. Mine meaning my perspective. My perspectives meaning the way that things are revealed to I, the Mystic Philosopher, personally, mentally, spiritually, metaphysically, experientially, or through experience, and otherwise, and the way that I see, the way that I feel, and think that I know and understand, understand, and overstand them in my own mind, in my own mind. And in order to verbally communicate my thoughts, which I also called, for those of you who have been following me, another perspective, the time for reason and for reasoning. You see all my writings, those of you who have been following me and reading my blogs over the year and listening to me. It's called another perspective, the time for reasoning, the time for reason for reasoning. And the paint on the screen of you, my readers and my listeners' minds, some of the images that I am seeing in my own mind. I currently have no alternative. In order to do that, I currently have no alternative but to borrow and use words from my ancestors, slave traders, slave masters, exploiters, and oppressors, and by extension today, their errors and successes language, the English language. And sometimes I borrow and use quotes. I use both words and quotes and phrases from their holy book called the Adamic Race History and Holy Book called the Christian Holy Bible. So with that said, and with that understanding, understanding, and understanding, please let us now look at the word beast. For your information, the English word beast, and I want you to mark you know. Please take note. Not my word, not my tongue, or my ancestors' word, or my ancestors' mother tongue, but the English word beast, according to the English language, or the English dictionaries, is defined as a four-footed animal that is very large and very dangerous. In fact, please, let me give you a direct quote from one such dictionaries, English dictionaries. Beast, A, an animal, especially a large or dangerous four-footed animal, rather, dangerous four-footed one. B, a domestic animal, especially a bovine farm animal. C, an animal as opposed to a human, unquote. That's from one dictionary. So here we can see The word beast, according to the dictionary, is depicting and describing a practical and literal four-footed animal that is very large, very scary, and very dangerous. One practical and literal example of such a very large, very scary, and very dangerous animal that I can think of is a 2,000-pound Cape buffalo. Now, according to zoologists, the Cape buffalo is a very fierce and dangerous animal that is well capable of charging its victim at speed of over 40 miles per hour. The English word beast is also defined as a person with cruel, savage, and brutal ways. In fact, according to the online etymology dictionary, the word beast is also defined as a monster, a brutish and stupid person, a wild beast, figuratively, a fool, an idiot, etc. So, from these two dictionaries definitions, we can clearly see that the word beast can also be used as a metaphor and is therefore indicative of something or someone or an entity that has no natural native earthly human reasoning, no natural native earthly human feelings, no human conscience, no human understanding, mercy, respect, or the thing that is called love. The word beast is indicative of something or someone that is devoid, meaning empty, of natural native earthly human emotions, empathy, and compassion. The word beast is indicative of something or someone that is stone cold, heartless, vicious, brutish, mechanically murderous, and extremely wicked, even when he, she, or it is unprovoked. The word beast is indicative of something or someone that knows no justice, no fairness, no peace. But it is something or someone, an entity, if you will, that is oppressive, deceptive, malicious, malevolent, evil. It is something or someone, an entity that knows only war and terror. Something or someone or an entity that knows only how to make war, how to wage, practice, and sustain wars and terror, and wage, practice, and sustain terror and war. Thus, from my perspective, with these definitions, knowledge and understanding, understanding and overstanding, the entity that I, the Mystic Philosopher, called the beast, and that I am writing, talking, and singing about, is the alien-inspired, alien meticulously engineered and alien-directed and controlled religio-political pyramid twin system that now rules and governs this, our Mother Earth, and all her inhabitants, and has been ruling and governing this, our planet, for quite some time now. In fact, at least for the past 6,000 years, this system of evil has been dominating our planet. In other words, when I say the beast, I am not just talking about or just referring to a single individual or a single entity, but I am talking about and referring to a system of governance, a system of control. We'll have more to say on that some other time. From I, the Mystic Philosopher's perspective, it is the same system that some of our most honorable ancestors, elders, sages, mystics, philosophers, and elder Rastafarians called Babylon and Mystery Babylon, and the agents or the officers of the system, our naturalists and elder Rastafarians, also named and called Babylons, beasts and Babylonians. And why? Why they did that? It is because of the behavior and characteristics of the beast, that they meaning the agents of the beast, right, manifest, that they exhibit once they have become induced and inspired and empowered by the system and with the system's evil and unnatural power and authority. Thus far today, I'm almost there. Thus far today, for today's episode, I honestly think that I have given you, I have to cut it now, I've given you, or at least at the very least, I honestly think that I may have given some of you, if not all of you, a lot more to think about and possibly a lot more to look forward to in my next episode, especially as it relates to stress. Gotta be stress me out. The seed called want and the want equation, and of course the mark and marks of the beast, etc. And so, in the interest of time, I think I should just pause here for today and ask that you please join me if or when next I'm talking again, possibly in episode number 70, where and when I will be talking and sharing with you my perspectives and insight on the magical, mystical, and metaphysical aspect of the word want and the command and commandment, you shall not want. For I shall not want, you shall not want, we shall not want, and nor should you or nor should we be found wanting. In the meantime and between time, please let me again remind you, my people, that yes, yesterday is history. It too is dead and gone. No more to come back. Tomorrow is a mystery. It too may never come, but today is a gift, which is why we call it the present day. And so I hereby implore you, I'm imploring you to live for today. By live, I mean to claim your natural birthright. And just in case you do not know, or you may have forgotten what that is, it is your happiness and full joy today. And let's hope for tomorrow, for it too may never come. Neither for you, nor for I, the Mystic Philosopher. So again, thanks for listening. Thank you for your time. I am the Mystic Philosopher. Ashe, 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 I say.